Hey, this is Steve from Flowmaster. Today I'm happy to introduce our new Delta Force cold air intakes for the 2011 to 2014 Ford Mustang equipped with a 3.7 liter V6 motor. Now these Delta Force cold air intakes have a washable, reusable, high flow filter that comes pre-oiled, a black powder coated heat shield, a durable polyethylene intake tube with a nice rib design and the Flowmaster logo right here in the center, reinforced silicone couplers, stainless steel hardware, anodized fittings, and it's 100% direct bolt-in to the factory mounted locations in the vehicle. This is also backed up by a lifetime limited warranty. Now, the tools for the job are 5/32 Allen, 6mm Allen, Phillips screwdriver, flat blade screwdriver, 5/16 nut driver, 3/8 drive 10mm socket, 3/8 drive extension, 3/8 drive ratchet, 13/16 wrench, 7/16 wrench, 1/4 inch drive ratchet, and a Torx T20 1/4 inch drive. All Flowmaster products are dyno tuned during the development phases for maximum power gains and efficiency. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm going to get this installed in this Ford Mustang here. Hey, we're in the shop today. We got our 2014 Ford Mustang here with a 3.7 liter. We're going to get ready on the removal of the stock air box and get the new Delta Force cold air intake installed. So let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and remove the radiator support cover. And then next we're going to go remove this bolt right here. We're going to disconnect the sensor. We're going to unclip the breather and then loosen up this clamp and then slide the intake tube off the throttle body, and then the whole stock air box will come up as one assembly. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and remove the bolt right here that holds down the air box. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and unplug the sensor. It's got a little safety clip, so you're going to pull the clip up and then unlock, and then you just squeeze it and it just unplugs. Okay, we got our mass air sensor unplugged. Now we're going to go ahead and take the loom wire off the air box, and there's a little clip down right here. Just going to have to just pry up. Okay, next we're going to disconnect the breather hose. We're going to push this in, and then we're going to take this gray tab and we're going to go towards the passenger side to unclip it. Okay, next we're going to loosen up the clamp, and we're going to slide the stock air tube off the throttle body. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and pull the air box out as one assembly. Just going to go straight up. Okay, we got our stock air box out of our Mustang here. Let's get ready on the assembly of the new Delta Force cold air intake. Okay, we got our Delta Force cold air intake laid out on the table. We're going to go ahead and start off with the heat shield here. We're going to go ahead and put on the air filter adapter. It's going to go on the inside of the heat shield. And then we're going to line up the 3 holes on the back. We're going to go ahead and install the necessary hardware. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on one of the brackets onto the heat shield. We're going to start with this one first. It's going to go on the outside, and it's going to go right here on the back side of the air filter adapter. We're going to start with a bolt, and then on the back side we're going to put a flat washer, a lock washer, and then a nut. Now we're going to go ahead and leave this loose so we allow for some adjustment when we go put it in the car. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on this bracket here. Now this has got a little step to it. And we're going to go ahead and put this on the bottom, and it's going to go on the inside of the heat shield, like so. So we're going to go ahead and put a bolt through the top, and it goes through the bracket. And then on the bottom here, we're going to go ahead and put on a flat washer, a lock washer, and then a nut. Okay. Now again, we're going to leave the brackets loose so we can allow for that final adjustment when we go put this in the car. Okay, next we're going to put on the final bracket. Now this is going to go on the inside of the heat shield, and it's going to go like so. And again, we're going to go ahead and put a bolt through the bracket, and then on the back side here, we're going to put the lock washer, the flat washer, and then a nut. Okay, that's how the orientation should be. We'll go ahead and check this once we put it in the vehicle. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the heat shield gasket, and this comes in excess length. You need to trim it to fit your heat shield. So we're going to go ahead and start with the bottom here. And it's going to work our way all the way around. Okay, we got our gasket on. Now we're gonna go ahead and put this in the vehicle and get our final orientation for our brackets. Okay, the 3 factory mounting points for the new heat shield is gonna be this bolt right here. We're gonna remove it, put the bracket on and stick the bolt back in. This bolt down here, again, we're gonna remove it, put the bracket down and then put the bolt through. And then this one right here, we're gonna put the bracket and reuse the factory bolt on the stock airbox. Okay, we're gonna remove these 2 factory bolts so we can get the bracket in there. Okay, now we're gonna test fit the heat shield and line up our brackets. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and tighten up these brackets onto the heat shield. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put on the reinforced silicone coupler onto the air filter adapter. Now we're gonna go ahead and start with this one here. It's got a hump in the center and it's the bigger one of the 2. And we're gonna go ahead and push this up all the way against the heat shield. And then we'll go ahead and snug it down. Now on the reinforced couplers, you want to leave them a little loose so you allow some for a final adjustment and go put them in the vehicle. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and put some parts onto the intake tube. We're gonna first start off by the stock air box. We're gonna get the mass layer sensor out. Okay, we got our stock air box here. We're gonna go ahead and remove the sensor. This will just pull straight up. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove the factory gasket. And this will just slide off. Now we're gonna slide on the new gasket supplied in the kit. And then the new hardware, these little Phillips screws. We're gonna go ahead and install this onto the new intake tube. Now when tightening this down, you want to make sure you tighten them down evenly. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on some anodized fittings. That's what these 2 ports are for. Now this side here, before the F, this is going to be the throttle body side. And now in this particular vehicle, it's going to use the breather on the inner hole, and then the outside hole, we're going to go ahead and plug it off. Now some vehicles, you may need to switch them around to where you plug this one off and this is your breather. So on this particular vehicle, that's going to be the plug, and then this is going to be the breather. And you want to make sure you put some Teflon tape onto the threads. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put the intake tube onto the reinforced silicone coupler that's attached to the heat shield here. Again, this is going to be the throttle body side, and this is going to be the heat shield side. So we're just going to go ahead and slide it in. And we're going to go ahead and just snug up the clamp. Again, we're going to leave it loose for adjustment. Next, we're going to go ahead and put on the other reinforced coupler. And this is going to go on the throttle body side. Again, we're just going to snug this up just a little bit just to hold it in place. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and put this inside the vehicle. Okay, we're going to snap in the breather real quick. Make sure here it's snapped into place. We're going to put the reinforced silicone coupler onto the throttle body. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put on the factory bolt through the bracket and then tighten it down. Next, we're going to use the other factory bolt that came off the stock air box, and we're going to put it through the bracket. Go ahead and screw it down. And then with the last bolt, it's going to go down here through the bracket, and we're going to go ahead and screw it down. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and press on the reinforced silicone coupler all the way against the throttle body stop right here. Okay, we're going to take this reinforced silicone coupler, and again make sure it's pressed up against the heat shield. I'll go ahead and tighten this one down. Okay, next we're going to just adjust the intake tube. Now we're ready to go ahead and tighten down the clamp to the intake tube. Okay. We're going to go ahead and reconnect the sensor. Press it until you hear it snaps. and then push in the locking tab. Next, we're going to go ahead and put on the air filter. Next, we're going to put the factory radiator support cover back on. Okay, that concludes our installation here in our Delta Force cooler intake for the 2011 to 2014 Ford Mustang equipped with a 3.7 liter V6 motor. Installation time was roughly an hour. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our Flowmaster YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.